Are we talking about sleep today? Of course we are. What else are we going to talk about? But in particular, let's talk about changing your schedule. Trying to wake up earlier can be obviously incredibly challenging. You go to bed earlier, you can't fall asleep, you wake up groggy, then you start stressing and obsessing around your sleep. I get it. For 10 years, I was locked in these handcuffs around my schedule, and making any changes would feel impossible and honestly terrifying. And that's because I struggled with insomnia for over a decade and tried every trick in the book, from melatonin, sleep trackers, to blackout curtains, ice baths, you name it. I would spend 180 grand traveling around the country trying to look for answers. None of it stuck until I finally learned how to work with my body instead of trying to control it. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to reset your sleep schedule without obsessing over the hours or forcing sleep, using a mixture of science, nervous system regulation, and the same principles I use with my clients every day. So the first big mistake that people make when trying to fix their sleep schedule is caring too much. Bear with me here. When you obsess over what time you're going to fall asleep, or how many hours you're going to get, or what your sleep tracker says, you send your nervous system one clear message: something's wrong, we're not safe. And when your body doesn't feel safe, it won't rest. The paradox I see in healing our rest time and time again is the less you chase your sleep, the faster your body resets. So here's your new mantra: I let go. I'm here to rest, and if sleep comes, great. You don't need to care about the exact number of hours or whether you fall asleep at 10:30 or 12:30. You just need to be consistent, bring compassion, and trust that your body knows how to regulate itself when you stop overmanaging it. So to build on all this, sleep isn't something you can do. It happens when your body feels safe enough to let go. So for those that follow me, you've heard me say this a lot. If your mind is racing or your body is tense, it's not that you're bad at sleeping. It's that your system is still in fight or flight mode. And this is why I focus on creating safety in the body first. A few ways to do that is slow, steady breathing, a 4-7-8 breath, or especially just longer exhales. Doing gentle body scans before bed, just getting to know ourselves a little bit, checking in. Soothing self-talk instead of that mental pressure. I trust my body will rest when it's ready. And maybe most important is processing, journaling, talking to a friend, feeling through the experiences we need to so we don't carry that into bed at night. Sleep isn't a project to finish, right? It's a natural outcome of a regulated nervous system. But let's get practical about how to actually support the resetting of your biological clock. Your body runs on a circadian rhythm, which is a 24-hour-ish biological clock that regulates sleep, hormones, and energy. You can reset this rhythm faster than you think with what we call anchors. Number one, a fixed wake-up time. Pick a wake-up time and stick to it every day for at least 7 days, and even on the weekends. And this is a non-negotiable. Number two, morning light exposure. Getting natural sunlight within the first 30 to 60 minutes of awakening, for about 10 to 20 minutes outside without sunglasses. It helps to send that signal to our brain that this is morning and that anchors our internal clock. Number three, movement and breakfast early. Light movement, walk or stretch, and then allowing your first meal to be within that first 1 or 2 hours of awakening enforces that rhythm. It actually tells our cells all to wake up. We have begun, and digestion is part of that process. Number four is evening dimming. So as the sun sets, reduce the overhead lighting and the screen brightness. This is not a good example at the moment, but we're usually wearing either blue blockers or having red light in the house. I always do that a couple hours before bed because this helps melatonin rise naturally. So if you do these 4 things consistently, your sleep schedule will start to correct itself in less than a week. Well, with the caveat, if something else bigger isn't at play. And if you've noticed, all of these same tips are for improving people's sleep across the board, no matter what type of sleep issue you're dealing with. And in this case, if you want to go deeper, get help healing your sleep at the root of your specific sleep issues, and could use support, well, I have a sleep support community where I host live calls, have a full set of courses, and a community of people doing the work alongside you. And that is not to be underrated. The link's in the bio if you're curious. But back to it. What do you do in that last hour of the day? Because it matters just as much as what you do in the morning. So let me share just a simple practice to downshift you in the evening. Again, it can look like 5-10 minutes of doing a 4-7-8 breath, or even simpler, slow and extended exhales. So just extending my exhale just a little longer than my inhale. Another idea is a gentle stretch or a warm shower, something that is nurturing, nourishing. That's your North Star here. And then writing down any lingering thoughts or worries in a journal or notebook. This moves them out of your head and onto paper. And maybe you think journaling is cliche, but I think it's one of the strongest practices. The science here is simple. When you calm the nervous system before bed, cortisol drops and melatonin rises. You're signaling to the body, I am safe now to rest. So your biology matters here too. And I'm going to share a few tips to consider to really support your best possible sleep during the time of transition, but also just in general. So caffeine, stopping at noon. Food, eat your last meal 2 to 3 hours before sleep, keeping blood sugar stable with protein, fats, and fibrous foods. Movement, get consistent daily movement, but save intense sessions for earlier in the day. Depending on how sensitive you are, maybe 6 hours or more. Temperature, keep your bedroom cool. Around 65 is ideal, for sure under 70. And a warm shower before bed can also help you lower your core body temperature, which helps promote sleep. Now, just a couple things that I would highly suggest not to do if you want to continue to fix your sleep schedule fast. Do not count the hours of sleep left before your alarm. Don't move your wake time around based on how you feel. Don't use caffeine or alcohol too late. Don't push intense workouts into the evening. And definitely don't scroll bright screens before bed. It's so activating in many different levels. Each of these will send mixed signals to our circadian rhythm. And what is important here is clarity, not confusion. So if you've been struggling for a while, remember this isn't just about behavior. It's about emotional and nervous system regulation. When you meet your sleeplessness with compassion instead of fear, your body begins to trust again. So if you wake up at night, don't panic. Don't check the time, simply breathe, remind yourself you're safe, and allow rest to happen naturally. Focus on the rest and not the hours. This avoidance of wakefulness promotes wakefulness. So just meet it with softness as much as you can. And if you've tried all of this and your schedule still won't stabilize, then it requires going a layer deeper. Most of you will prefer to reach for a new sleep hack or supplement or medication, but that will take you further away from true healing. I saw this in my experience and the hundreds of people I worked with. I spent $180,000 trying every specialty doc and product and supplement out there. And it's really about your nervous system, the emotional stress, and changing your relationship with sleep that's most important. When we live in constant overdrive, your brain never gets the memo that it's safe to rest. If there are unprocessed emotions we're carrying around in our conscious or subconscious, it will be difficult to be at ease. If we fear or anxious around our bedroom or sleep, of course, rest will be hard to find. So if you aren't finding the answers you're looking for, I challenge you to look a layer deeper. So as a quick recap here, stop over managing sleep. Anchor your rhythm with light, movement, and consistency. Downshift your nervous system each night. And choose empowering thoughts each morning. So if this video helped at all, please comment below. I'd be curious to hear from you all. And again, if you want to go a layer deeper, my Healing Sleep community is available and it's in the bio below. That's where we get to do a lot of this work together. And I'll just close with that your body already knows how to sleep. We're just helping it remember. Sleep well.